Alright, I'm here with Bolts United. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
Stuart.
Stuart.
Jackson.
Welcome to the show. Real quick, we're just going to do, just a real quick 67 questions, nothing big. Let's start off. How did y'all meet? Where are y'all from?
College buddies, mutual friend. We actually didn't really know each other until we started living together, I guess, right?
Yeah, that was a good way to meet somebody, I guess.
Where'd y'all go to school?
UTA.
Okay.
University of Texas. Yeah, we lived right across the street, so.
What did y'all study there?
I did information systems in the business building.
I have a business degree.
Yeah. So I guess that's where all the technological kind of thinking comes from. So.
I gotcha. Yourself?
I'm still working on mathematics, actually. So.
Oh yeah, like your undergrad, grad, PhD.
Undergrad.
Undergrad. I won't talk about it. All right. Y'all have a new CD coming out, Summer Fair, July 21st. How did you come up kind of with the title for that?
Well, we started last summer. We were in Florida working with an artist from New York. That's where we kind of converged. So we were down by the beach and everything, and we were kind of living that whole lifestyle. So I guess that's where the idea, the concept of the album came from. And a year later, here we are, I guess.
I gotcha. Where do y'all kind of like do your recordings? Are you with like a label and you do it there? Do you do it yourself?
Everything's independent. We do everything ourselves. We don't have any help. We don't have a label, anything like that. We're releasing everything ourselves. I think we've done a pretty good job. We own and operate our own studio.
Okay.
In Dallas, so that's where we.
How did you like? When did you like? Hey, I want to start a studio.
I mean, I guess like anything else, it kind of just starts off as a hobby, like a passion or interest, and it just kind of builds from there. Yeah, just piece by piece, year by year. I mean, you start to accumulate all this neat equipment and gear, and your studio gets better and better. And I guess that's where we're at right now.
When did you kind of like? For me, it took me forever to be like, hey, I want to do radio. Like,
yeah.
Because like you said, you were kind of doing business. Did you always know you wanted to do music?
Well, I think business was kind of like an after effect. I mean, if you think about it, like looking back, younger, I was always into music. I did the classical orchestra thing as a percussionist.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I actually played as a percussionist all the way through my second year in college with UTA. So, I mean, music has always been in my life. It's just, hey, how can I lay these things down and make them sound good? My own ideas. I don't have to worry about anybody else. I don't have to pay somebody else for their studio time, or I don't have to get some big label contract with budgeting and all kinds of stuff. Just to get my ideas laid down, I can just fire up my PC and get to work,
True. Stuart, how did you kind of get into music? Or do you still hate it or not like it?
I mean, indifferent towards music. It started in elementary school with violin.
I was
so I mean,
like
I was
triangle or something like that.
I started violin, played through high school, and then I wanted to choose, I guess, study versus music when it got to that level, college, because it's really intense.
Was that like depressing for you to first have to like give that up?
It's like, okay, wait, hold on, I can't just do this because I want to. I have to like commit, like a whole semester's load of music courses. So that became something on the side. Then the stringed instruments, so guitar was the next step when I.
Yeah, I think we've all had that moment, like when we were in college. Maybe you want to be a music major and everything. Then you realize, like, okay, well, that's probably a very bad decision. Okay, so
let me get a job.
Let me go into business or computers or whatever, and then let me education or whatnot, and then let me have this music thing as my passion on the side, kind of thing. So
no doubt. When did you pick up guitar?
That would probably be 7th grade, actually, I guess. So I've been doing that since then.
Been tearing it up since then.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm here with Bolts United. They have a new album, Summer Fair, coming out July 21st at Milo's. And where Milo's?
It is. Milo's is in Arlington. It's going to be. It's going to start at 10 o'clock. We have a couple sponsors that we're very excited about, and they're bought out some of the bar, and we got some people bringing in some hookahs and stuff like that. So it should be a pretty fun party. It's just a celebration, just to let everybody know.
did you first start? When did you first go, hey, I want to start a band? And then when did you make like your first album?
I mean, everything before this. This is our first, hard release.
Okay.
Everything's going out there, no turning back kind of thing. I would guess there's probably 2 albums before this, but they're just more of like, hey, let's hone in our craft. Let's try to get better at what we're doing, kind of thing. But I mean, just like I said before, it starts off as a hobby. Just a couple of friends messing around with some noises and. In my college dorm room, or just trying to figure out what this does and how this affects that sound, and that makes it sound better. I mean, it's a constant hunt, really. That's what it really is.
I gotcha. Do y'all have any baseball players have certain superstitions before they go up to bat? Do you do anything like that before you go on stage or anything? Anything cool or somewhat weird?
Do we do that? I mean,
You're pretty normal. Not kind of weird.
Maybe on a private level, I might. I don't know. I try to hide from everybody.
I know a lot of people do that. Yeah,
It's like okay, here's it's about to happen in about maybe say 20, 15 minutes till, and I kind of just disappear and do my own thing.
Yeah.
And just kind of try to be alone, not really like
Finding Neverland. If you ever saw that, that's his big fan.
I think that was such a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before, but you kind of maybe try to switch into a different role.
Yeah.
Because, in your regular everyday life, you might be like a shy person, which I find myself to be, but when you're on stage, it's actually quite interesting to see yourself transform into the opposite.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I find that, I think with most people also in radio, I'm weird around people.
Yeah,
so,
it's just socially awkward.
Yeah, well thanks. Yeah, socially awkward. And I find, being behind the mic, I'm more kind of at ease, and I like that nobody can see me, and I'm just in my own world. And so I sympathize with you on that level. If you could play anywhere in the world, where would you want to play?
I don't.
What venue?
I don't think it would be more about the venue than the people. I think obviously the larger the crowd.
Ramped up.
Yeah, I mean that would be. We've never had the chance to play. I mean, we've played for huge crowds before, but not massive amounts of people. I think that would be a cool experience. A very receptive audience as well.
Yeah.
Not just hey, we're going out tonight to party or whatever, but they're actually going out to maybe see you or enjoy some new music or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. What I always like to ask is, a lot of people, when you have a cool job like yours, people kind of don't ever think there's anything bad that goes along with it, or you feel like you almost can't complain because they'll be like, oh, he's complaining about life and blah, blah, mine's so much harder. But what is kind of the most frustrating thing about, producing music or maybe being in a band?
I mean, it's the business side of it. I mean, it's not, the industry is not like it used to be. We have to wear all hats. You know what I mean? We have to do everything, not just make music. And that's what's kind of frustrating about it. I mean, you want to be able just to create.
Yeah.
But you got to do everything else now too. So.
Do you have a frustrating part?
I pretty much agree with that. It's just you say don't complain, you can't complain. You're doing everything I don't want to do, and I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that yes, I'm doing what I want to do, but then where am I going after that?
Yeah, it's let me stop this so I can go
I just made a great song, so yeah. How are people gonna hear that?
Every contact you make, every booking, every show you put together, is I would say the equivalent of finding a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, you really have to do a lot of research, have to contact a lot of people, a lot of correspondence, all that kind of stuff, and it goes on and on and on. And it's just as hard as finding a job. And the bad thing about that job is it's a one-time only thing. It's not perpetual, so it works hard.
I'm here with Jackson and Stewart of Volts United. Now, okay, I asked you what's the most frustrating. Okay, what's kind of the best thing about it?
For me, it's just me and Stewart just in the studio. I mean, just there's nobody watching.
Yeah.
There's nothing really. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
So.
No, I feel you. What about yourself, Stewart?
Well, now I feel like I have to say something sentimental about Jackson.
I know. It got very. Yeah.
There's nothing better.
It got kind of weird in here. There.
Are you trying to hold my hand?
Yeah.
I really love that moment, just right after, I got to break down the stage.
Yeah.
After we played, and we
got. Wait,
I'm gonna change my answer. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. You just get done. You just get done playing, and try to think that everybody thinks you're amazing,
And you gotta
and then you
clean
gotta
up.
haul all your gear off the stage.
Yes.
And pack up.
And that has to be so defeating. Yeah, it's like you just have
my
this
great
moment of greatness. Yeah.
You know, that's my exciting moment. It's like the people are, you know, you're just like, oh man, that was so great, and you're like, oh, thank you so much, because you know I'm up here in my world doing what I can, and you know you come up to me and you're like, thanks for letting me in.
Yeah.
But by the way, I gotta I gotta pack these keyboards up and take them to the truck real quick. You know.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'd love to talk about it. Go put this.
Yeah, I didn't come here in a limo, and I'm not staying at a 5-star hotel tonight. This is my truck outside. I'm gonna throw all my gear in it and get out of here.
That does, yes, that does have to be defeating.
This is bad.
I'm Chad Dixon. I'm here with Jackson Stewart once again. Their album Summer Affair is coming out on July 21st, and they're going to have their release party at Milo's in Dallas.
It's Milo's.
Milo's.
It's in Arlington. It's in North Arlington. If anybody would like to come, for our sponsors, Lone Star Black Belt Academy and SocialSmoke.com, we're going to have an open bar. So come out, get some free drinks, and just have a good time. There should be some hookah there too, I believe. So if you like smoking hookah, that will be free as well. But yeah, come out if you're available Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Remember to use your tip covers on the hookah sets.
There you go.
Yeah, don't forget the tip covers. Be safe when you smoke hookah.
Always practice safety.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
having us.